welcome to the Dead Film Society, first installment ever. My name is Spencer Lee and I am your host. Today we are sitting with two of our very special guests. We have over here Naphtali Israel.
How you doing, Spencer?
Doing well, sir. We have right here good friend Felix Novak. His name is Kevin Pineda, also one of the guests here. Oh. We can never forget, guys. We can never forget Marc Storch, man, our very beautiful floor boy. He is a
great guy, amazing dude.
Extremely important addition to our team. This is brought to you by Emily Griffith Technical College. We are students here, and going directly in to our questions. The first couple are going to be a little bit more professional, and we're kind of going to have a little bit more fun with the rest of them. First and foremost, I want to go right into the rights that we have as filmmakers. And what would you guys say, what is the difference between the golden rule, which is treat people the way you'd like to be treated, obviously, and then greater good and absolute right and wrong, all geared in relation to filmmaking?
I will be honest with you. They all work. Like, if you try to do good, it'll work. But if you do bad, it'll work too. Each one has its benefits and has its disadvantages. When you're doing good, it's kind of a bit harder, but you feel better thinking like how you treated the people well and everything like that, and you get off feeling great after the project. But if you try to do something bad to benefit you, I mean, it'll work. It'll work for short term, but in the long run, it's gonna like affect you really badly. Your reputation's probably gonna be ruined because of it.
No doubt. Very good point.
I feel that the golden rule should always be first priority in everything that you do. But then you have to weigh a situation. And by weighing that situation, you can determine if it's going to be right or if it's going to be wrong for you to do what the situation calls for. But I don't really think there's any absolutes in filming. I really don't think so. So you have to weigh a situation, feel it out, intuition.
That's an extremely good point. I'd love to. We'll get into that, no doubt. Going directly off of the rights that we have as filmmakers, there's two specific environments that you end up filming in naturally, and those are public and private environments. And what would you say are rights as filmmakers directly in relation to filming in public environments versus private environments?
Public environment, I think we have a little bit more leeway as far as our filming. And like I said, you got to feel out a situation. So most of the time when I film, if a person walks over and looks at my camera and they smile and like their body motion kind of like says, "Oh, I know you're filming, it's all right," you know, it's kind of like they're giving me the green light by just like body language. You know, but then in other situations, I had people that I didn't even have the camera pointing at them. They just saw the camera and they were like, "Do not put me on film," you know. So it's like that hostility is kind of like telling me no. But as far as any private situations, you have to generally get permission and sign release forms and things of that sort. So.
But like, yeah. So sometimes like you have to break the rule though. So something bad could be happening. And it happens all the time. But just people don't notice it because they never saw it. And so like if you film it, then people are exposed to the situation and the problem that occurs. So, you know, if they give you hostility, you're gonna have to keep filming, but like also, you know, if you're in public property, it gives you the right to keep on filming. If you're in private, you have to like immediately stop because that's not your property. You're not giving the person who owns the property consent.
Yeah, it's literally illegal to do that. So basically, it just kind of sort of just depends on environment, time and place, and I don't think,
Circumstance.
yeah, circumstance. It's not something you can learn in a book and look at a list that'll tell you when it's right and wrong. It's all very like intuition based.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
learn
because
it
you could be
yourself.
filming like a public servant doing his job. You know what I mean? There's no laws against that. But you could film a private citizen in the midst of something and make that public and turn around and get a lawsuit.
Right. Yeah. It's a very sharp line that you have to walk on.
Yeah, you have to be careful which line you're crossing, because if you cross the wrong one, then you know you're in big trouble. You know you're in big trouble.
Very interesting stuff, guys. I'd love to get a couple words from our sponsors. I think that'd be great.
Got to pay the bills.
I needed someone.
At Homicidal Harmony, we use a psychological system to help you stalk someone looking to stalk someone else, just like you.
Using homicide and harmony helped us find one another, as well as a slew of other victims.
Can't you see I'm lonely? Sung by Harry Tally. Today has been a sad one. I've been all alone. It might have been a glad one. Nothing to the tone.
Welcome back, Dead Film Society. Great for you to be here, joining us. I want to go directly into this, guys. What is one of the projects that we're working on in class is called the feature report. What would you like your feature report to be about?
Unfortunately, I do not have a feature report. I do not, but I can tell you that if I could just go out there and just explore the world and see what's going on, there's always a good story. There's always a good story just around the corner, and it's easy to find it.
Teachers, mailmen, homeless people.
Yeah, it just
I
all
mean-
starts with interaction.
Yeah, that's always interesting, you know, and you meet a lot of interesting people in the community. My feature report itself is going to be on an ex-stripper. She is now like a humanitarian. She's has a very colorful background,
Interesting, yeah.
but now she's actually helping homeless people. So that's what my feature is going to be about.
Very good. The following projects that we're working on, following that is about a nonprofit organization, and our teacher Sean has lined up a few different organizations that we could get the opportunity to film for. Have you guys thought about your nonprofit and who you'd like to film for that?
Something I hope Sean has in his connections, Art Street.
Art Street, yeah.
Yes, this is where I first started out. This is where I did my first project. This is where I found my calling. This is what helped me basically get to where I am right now. And that's where I made like my first project for my first client. I believe her name was Flora Vanizan,
Right on.
and she owned a brewery. So we made a Kickstarter campaign. We made a Kickstarter campaign video for the students who paint a mural on our brewery.
Dang.
And so like I hope I get to work with that program again, because it means a lot to me.
Very-
That program does mean a lot to me.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
it's a homeless advocacy nonprofit that I'm gonna go ahead and do my project with, and they just go the extra mile when it goes to helping people that are in risky and vulnerable situations in the streets, and they just make a way out of no way for these people to find housing, medical attention, stuff like that.
That's That's a kind of a hard subject, you know, nowadays, especially in Denver with the cost of living increasing pretty much by the day in a very outrageous linear fashion, I suppose. As far as the homeless population goes, I don't know, I find that real close to my heart because my mom was actually homeless for about 5 years. She was living in her car through 5 of the pretty most wretched Colorado winters. And yeah, it was hard for her to find resources to be able to move up and get an edge up, especially with the cost of living, being homeless, you know, to start out with, to move into that world. That's just it's a very, very interesting subject for sure.
Well, yeah, that's why I said they go the extra mile for people. It's not like they're just handing you paperwork, telling you to go here, go there, and you don't have any finances or gas money to make it to those places. This particular organization, they will come and find you and bring you to your medical appointments, to go sign leases or fill out applications. You know, they help with deposits and stuff like that. So I just feel as though I want to be able to showcase the work that they do, because it's like they give that extra TLC that some organizations lack.
Right, yeah, it's you know, these corporations, the companies that help those people out, you know, there are people in there too, and I feel like one of the most interesting, I say that word a lot, but one of the most interesting aspects of humanity is our want and our need to help each other out. And you know, that actually, speaking of challenges, my next question I'd like to ask you guys, what, as far as school goes, you know, or life, I suppose, what are some of the challenges that you guys are going to face in the coming months?
Second nature. Doing things by second nature. That's something that Sean is basically showing us. It's just like learning through the entire year is that we're trying to do things by nature. We're trying to do things in a point where we could just do it naturally. It's just basically our instinct. And it's since we only have 7 months left, he's trying to get us ready for the real world. And so what he's trying to do is that he's trying to make us do all the things we learned and just do it like it's just our instinct to do
just
it.
move into it as if you're
it's
already in
nature.
it.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Me, personally, I'm a Kuma Matata.
Wonderful thing.
No worries. I don't want to think about the challenges that I'm going to face in the future. I just want to live day by day, take one step at a time, and when these challenges come, just know that I'm equipped to face them.
Very good. Yeah, it's again, man, it's very interesting, humans' ability to overcome and to continue, you know, that drive. This has been such a cool conversation. I can't wait to hopefully have you guys back here.
Yeah. And speaking of struggle, I got a quote I got like from Tuscanes when I was listening to 4 a.m. It's called the quote is, "If it wasn't for the struggle, then I wouldn't be me." You know, it's
wise words.
Well,
Yeah.
that was actually pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
I also have a little saying that I say, my weakness is what makes me strong.
No doubt, man. We couldn't have done this without our very special executive director. And I'd just love to pay homage, man. Oh, executive director, my executive director. Thank you. This has been brought to you guys by Emily Griffith Technical College. We will be back to you in about a week. Every single Wednesday, man. It's good stuff.
all right. Great to be here. Great. It was great to be here. You know, the show's nice. I sure hope that I get to be in this again because I don't know why. I like this setting. I like the interview setting.
Feeds the soul, man. It
Yeah.
definitely.
Actually, I feel very comfortable just being able to, you know, talk to you guys and express different things.
Very good, man. I think we got a couple clementines to eat and some coffee to drink, man.